Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today is the day after, it's the morning after when Houston shot that giant boar feral hog on our property. So typically we don't eat boars. I don't know anybody that goes out and shoots a huge mature boar and says that's good eating. Small ones, yes. Gilts, sows, yes. And I wouldn't really prefer, or wouldn't ask anyone to eat one of these things in the summertime because they get pretty nasty. But in the wintertime, they don't have near as many pests on them. They don't have, you know, all the critters crawling around on them. In the wintertime, they can be pretty decent eating. But we're not going to process that whole boar. But I want to do something with it just to show you guys, just for entertainment purposes. We're going to take this big boar hog. So Houston and I cut the back straps and part of the hindquarters out last night, enough that we could at least do catch, clean, and cook video and try it a couple different ways. But this guy was huge, and I didn't get to see him in the light very well last night when we were skinning it and stuff. But looking at him today, this guy hasn't had many free passes in life. This had to have been probably the most mature boar hog in the area. If there's somebody else that was bigger, badder, meaner than him, I want to see it, because this guy is covered in like scars and puncture wounds. I mean, he looks like he's a gladiator in the old Roman Empire or something. I mean, this guy is beat up. One of his ears is all split and chewed up. And I told you last time on the other video, if you missed that, go back and check it out. But when we cut down the back last night to get to those back straps, we were only able to get part of it because there was a huge like infection where he had a big puncture wound on his back. But man, these guys are not they're not supposed to be here. They're not a native species to the wild environment. They obviously are feral, and they do zero good on anyone's property. Look at the teeth on this thing. He got some massive cutters, big old tusk. But let me show you, like right here is a huge scar down his neck. He's got, I mean, I don't know if it shows up on camera or not. There's probably another infection right there. There's scars just all over him. And the other ear is the one that's all tore up. But this thing was probably pushing, I'm going to say pushing 300, maybe over 300. He's huge. And feral pigs are a lot different than domestic pigs, obviously. They have to work for a living. They don't just scrape by on corn and automatic feeders. But I'm telling you, dude, this guy, I mean, he's got scars and battle wounds all over him. I mean, he's just like a tank. But, and stinks. Golly, he stinks. But we're going to put this guy out here on the very back side of my property, as far away from all my livestock and everything as I can get. There's no small animals or chickens or anything that we're going to attract predators to. But we're going to put him out here and put a game camera out and just see what all comes in to eat this thing. I've done this in the past with deer carcasses and different things, and it always surprises me. I put deer carcass out here that you're nothing left but the hide and the rib cage and a few bones, and within 8-10 hours have just other bucks standing over that. And then hogs come in at night and eat it and stuff. Probably going to get a bunch of pictures of buzzards. We should get a bunch of pictures of coyotes, but it'll be interesting to see. Houston's wanting me to save the head to do a European mount. We're going to let the critters pick it clean first and then come back and get the head, hopefully. I didn't want to put my hands on him too much because he is just stinking and nasty, and I didn't feel like skinning the skull. So we'll come back and get that later. But let's get him put out, and then we'll set that camera up and see what we get. Alright, we got our game camera set up. Got our hog bait out here to see what all comes in. And we'll leave that for a couple days and check back in with you guys. Drive over there under the meter.
Okay. Right under it. That'll be good.
Yeah.
I got hit a couple times.
Well, it's been a couple days since we put this game camera out on this hog carcass, and Houston and I are going to go pull the memory card out of that game camera and just see what all's come in and maybe munched on or smelled of or whatever of this old wild hog here. It looks like something's been munching on it though, doesn't it, Houston?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah, something's been munching on it. On the back.
A little bit. Still looks just about like it did when I put it out here.
What is that?
Well, that's its guts, dude.
Oh.
It looks just about like it did when I put it out here. I bet you we don't have too many pictures. Nothing's they're definitely not devouring this thing very quickly.
Because it is a hog, so a hog isn't going to be eating a cousin, technically.
You'd not be surprised. Well, let's see if we got any pictures. I'm going to be disappointed if we only have like 5 pictures on here. Well, we've got 216 pictures. I was hoping for about 1,000, but I don't know. Let's go home and see what all we got on here. Well, as you can see, not a lot has come in to eat on that old hog carcass just yet, but we do have some very healthy looking coyotes, which is good because last year we had trail camera pictures of coyotes that had like almost no hair on them.
Yes.
So there were a couple of really good healthy looking coyotes, and then there was one there towards the end that looked like it was missing some hair on its tail. What do you want, Bear? You just need some attention? Anytime I talk to the camera, you know Bear needs attention. So we're going to leave that game camera out on that hog carcass. Bear, get back just a little bit, please. We're going to leave that camera out on that hog carcass for, I don't know, probably the next week or so until most of it's eaten up. But as you can see, not a lot is picking on that hog carcass. Bear, that's enough, buddy. Go. You're blocking Houston. Go. Go. Y'all go play. But that's just kind of part of it with those big, nasty, stinking boar hogs. I mean, there's a reason people don't like to eat them very often. And as you can see, the wildlife doesn't really care much for them either. The buzzards haven't even started picking on it yet. But maybe, you never know. We'll leave it out there. We might get a picture of a bobcat or something.
Let's hope that we do. No. If we can get this dog off.
We got a mess of dogs here right now. So anyways, we'll keep you guys up to date if we find anything good on camera on the hog carcass. And probably just going to be coyotes and eventually buzzards when they find it. What do you think, Houston?
Yeah. So, this is the end?
This is the end.
So
this is your part, man.
So if you
we've been waiting on you all night. This is
Come on.
We're just waiting for you.
Let me talk.
All right, fine.
If you haven't already, go down there, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and like this video. Because I love all of y'all out there who have subscribed. Just thank you for all of y'all out there for getting us to 100,000. I really love this.
We're almost to 500,000 subscribers on
Yeah.
YouTube. So, anyways, Houston, yeah, back to what you were saying.
So, if you haven't already, please go subscribe so Bear can get off of me. And like. So, I guess we'll see you on next video. Peace.